Preparing for the front line. We've travelled for hours to get to this secret location in Ukraine's east, where soldiers are being trained for one of the most dangerous areas of the conflict zone. They'll be sent to defend the city of Pokrovsk, which Russian forces have spent months trying to seize. Dmytro worked at a train station near the Polish border, but he volunteered to fight for Ukraine soon after Russia's full-scale invasion, leaving his wife at home.
At our training ground, a lot of exercises are taking place. Firearms training, sapper training, medical training, topography and storming trenches, both open and closed.
Russian forces have resorted to using cheap dirt bikes in an attempt to avoid Ukrainian drones and penetrate enemy territory. It's an extremely dangerous exercise. Many of the riders don't survive.
The enemy is actively trying to storm our positions in small groups of 2 to 3 people. On motorcycles, they send so-called suicide attackers.
This is the last stop before they're sent to Pokrovsk, and they know what that means, the dangers associated with this. It's been 3.5 years since the full-scale invasion, so these men are tired. Pokrovsk is in Ukraine's Donetsk region. Russia already controls about 70% of the territory and all of neighbouring Luhansk. Together, they make up the strategically important area known as the Donbass. Vladimir Putin has reportedly demanded full control of the Donbass as part of any peace agreement.
For him, it's kind of the minimum what he could get to say, okay, I'm ready to stop.
Is there a just offer for peace on the table?
Despite a flurry of high-profile diplomatic activity led by the US president, the Russian and Ukrainian leaders appear no closer to a proposed face-to-face meeting. And 3.5 years into the war, there's deep scepticism in the Ukrainian capital. There was hope here in Kyiv that the war would soon be over, but it's become clear that Russia and Ukraine are still at an impasse, and until that breaks, this war will rage on.
They're not interested in a meeting between President Zelensky and Putin because Russia doesn't want the war to end.
Mahalo Podolyak argues territory handed over to Russia would only be used as a springboard by Vladimir Putin for future attacks.
So let's talk about compromise. What would that mean? That after 3.5 years of fierce resistance, we're supposed to just hand over Ukrainian territory to the aggressor? Rewarding Russia only encourages more aggression.
Amid the stalemate, Ukraine is confronting another pressing problem. Russia's population far exceeds Ukraine's, and it's recruiting a lot more soldiers. It's also found support on the battlefield from North Korean troops. The manpower challenge has forced Ukraine to find alternatives. Drones in the sky have been a potent force in the war. Now Ukraine is deploying them on the ground too.
This is a ground robotics system. Its main task is to preserve the lives of soldiers through remote control.
It's expected the new technology will soon be a critical tool on the front line.
Because in 10 years, I think, we will have majority of robots on the battlefield.
In the meantime, the conflict still comes at enormous human cost. Elias Kluwer, ABC News, Donetsk.